Welcome back, Football Manager fanatics. My name's Ross from Sore Loser, and this is another episode of Testing Your Tactics. In today's episode, we have a broken 3-5-2 formation, boasting a 92% win rate from Josh Daly. Let's hit the intro and let's get into the episode. Now, as always with this testing, I'm going to go on holiday for the whole season. Our assistant manager is going to use the tactic that we are going to be testing. There's going to be no coaching badges and also no past experience. 3 teams today. We're going to go with the relegation favourites of Luton, Sheffield United and Burnley. Let's get into it. Now, if you have a tactic that you'd like me to test, let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like button and subscribe if you find this video useful. Now let's get into the teams. Now, first of all, a quick look at the tactic. It is called a meta 3-5-2, mentality on positive. In possession, it's fairly wide attacking width, pass into space and play out of defence, with a shorter passing directness and a higher tempo as well. Mixed crosses in the final third with hitting early crosses as well. In regards to in transition, counter press and counter seems to be pretty standard. Distribute to centre backs and also take short kicks. Out of possession, a high line press of engagement, a higher defensive line, with the usual prevent short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in and trigger press more often. Now, looking at the roles in the team, a sweeper keeper on support with 3 centre backs, 2 ball playing defenders on defend with 1 on cover in the middle, a wing back on attack for both wings, a defence midfielder on support, and then a Masala and a ball winning midfielder both on support in the middle, an advanced forward on attack and a target forward on support. Now, we are going to pick another first test, will be Sheffield United, so let's go on holiday, use current match tactics with our assistant manager, and we're going to come back at the end of May in 2024, May 20th. Let's get into it. Now, we survived the season, we haven't been sacked, and Sheffield United have finished 12th with this tactic. 11 wins, 12 draws and 15 losses across the season as well. Let's see how they played in the Premier League. We're not involved with the top goal scorers, the average ratings or the assists, but we are Sheffield United, so what do we expect? Let's have a look at the team overview and see where we kind of land in the tables if we do. So most goals for, not involved there. Most shots, not involved. Few shots against. I mean, this is looking pretty likely that we won't be a part of any any of the top 8 for these teams here, which, you know what, it's not too bad. We are Sheffield United after all. If we have a look at our past positions in the Premier League as well, did we kind of struggle with this? I mean, we finished 12th, and I'm in the way a little bit here, but it seems to be a steady season for Sheffield United. Dropping kind of the lowest was in 15th position, so never really threatening relegation. Highs of 8s, but yeah, it's not too bad going forward. Have a look at the schedule as well. We'll get rid of the FA Cup, but although we will check our competitions after this. And yeah, lost to Brighton first game of the season, but it's nothing really major here for losses. A bad little spell in December, and also in January. But yeah, the tactic did enough. We wasn't really outclassed by the looks of this, so it's a pretty solid tactic going forward. Looking at the competitions, knocked out in the 3rd round by Burnley, and Carabao Cup knocked out in the 2nd round by Birmingham City, which, you know, I'll enjoy that. All in all, it's a pretty standard tactic. 37 appearances, 14 goals for Cameron Archer. He's the only person to get into double figures. And let's check out Luton and see if we can do any better. So here we go with Luton. Again, the tactic is set up as a 3-5-2. Just going to go on holiday. Now, I'm showing this just in case people think that I'm intentionally making the tactic look bad. So 24th, we'll come back on May 20th, 2024. Let's go on holiday. After a successful holiday, we have come back and there is some success for Luton. They finished 13th in the Championship, which is 1 place higher than Sheffield United finished. 13 wins, 8 draws and 17 losses. 47 points though, which is very good. 21 points ahead of the relegation zone, and Sheffield United finished bottom in this. So yeah, the tactic seems to be doing quite well with lower league teams. Now, can we get any players that are in this? Player assists, no one there, but player stats for goal scorers, Jacob Brown with 15 for Luton, very nice to see. He's now rated at 13 to 15 million. So 15 goals and 3 assists across the season for Luton, which is good going there. Average rating, we don't have anyone. Assists, there's no one there either. But let's have a look at how the team played and if we have made it onto any of these leaderboards here. So most goals, not involved there. Most shots for, however, Luton are 8th with 394 shots across the league, which is good. Few shots against, not involved with that. Pass completion, possession, they kind of go hand in hand. And we're not involved in any of these. Not involved with most tackles or most dribbles made. Most clean sheets and views conceded. We're not involved in any of these as well. Now, if we have a look at the pass positions for Luton, again, you know, pretty decent tactic this one going forward. Dropped down to 15th, which was the lowest we were in the whole season, and the highs of 6th position for a few weeks as well, before steadily declining down and plateauing off in 13th position, which, you know, it's not too bad, all things considered. In the competition screen, FA Cup, knocked out in the 3rd round by Nottingham Forest, and the semi-final by Chelsea. Does this mean that Luton have a better team than Sheffield United? Potentially. But as we mentioned, Jacob Brown, he got 19 goals and 3 assists in 43 appearances. But Adebayo also picking up 12 in the Premier League. So Luton seem to enjoy this tactic a little bit more than Sheffield United did. Now, last test to get into, we've got Burnley. Can we go? I mean, surely we're going to finish 12th, aren't we? Let's find out. And now, just for fairness, here we are with Burnley. The 3-5-2 has been instigated into the team. We're going to go on holiday using current match tactics for our assistant manager. And again, we'll come back at the end of May when I'm hoping we get a 12th place finish, because then it'll be 14th, 13th and 12th, but I'll see you at the end of the season. Now, we haven't made it to the end of the season. We have been sacked. We're currently in March. 1 out of 3 isn't too bad though, let's face it. Job history. We were in 19th position when they decided to let us go, and we were sacked on the 13th of January as well. So yeah, not fantastic, but let's see how they are currently doing in the Premier League. And okay, they sacked us when we were in 19th, and they're currently up to 17th. Let's have a look at the past positions about how we went on. I mean, it looks like we were in the relegation zone from the very start. So yep, just free falling. We rose up a little bit into 15th, but then fell down, and yeah, we was in rock bottom game week 23 and 24. Then we rose out again to 18th. So yeah, not the best going forward, but that's kind of ends the tactic and the test. Now, as always, if you're going to test out this tactic, you'll be controlling the team, you'll be making transfers, and you'll be kind of hand-holding them through the season. Would I use this tactic? You know what, it's not too bad. With Luton and Sheffield United, we finished a very respectable 14th and 13th. We got sacked as Burnley, but, you know, have we missed an important meeting? Who knows? But yeah, use it at your own discretion, tweak it where you need to make it viable for you. If you have found this video useful, let me know down below, hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you for another episode of Testing Your Tactics. Goodbye.